Welcome to Africa, where elephants cross the street. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. And sometimes you'll be driving somewhere and an elephant will just come from the side and you don't even see it coming. Sometimes you're wondering why everyone is stopped and what's happening and why are they making traffic stop all over the place. And then all of a sudden you see an elephant and another one and another one. And before you know it, a dozen elephants are crossing in front of you. It's absolutely amazing. Are there hippos in the water? Yes, there are hippos in the water, and you have to be careful. Are there warthogs around? Sometimes. And sometimes there are even lions. Not around where we live, but you have to go looking for them. We do have some monkeys, though. Sometimes when we go to town, we have to look around and see the monkeys. And occasionally you go to a lodge where there's some zebras roaming around and just grazing in the area. But the animal that we see the most of in Zambia is definitely the cow. Oh my goodness, cows everywhere. And where we live, cows have rite of passage and they just go everywhere. They eat your garden, they eat your trees, they eat your flowers. They might even eat your laundry right off of the laundry line. Whether it's the dry season, like it is now, or whether it's the wet season and the dam is full, you'll see cows even walking across the dam. It's not very deep, and this is where they come to get some water, but as you can see in the distance, everything is very green. So we go down to the dam and we watch the sunset there, but we definitely don't drink that water. We use it for gardening. Another thing is that we have cows that come onto our compound. Here you can see the cattle gates that are supposed to be for the cows to stay out of the compound, but of course they can jump right over them, as you can see right now. My husband likes to chase the cows. I think it's more of a hobby than anything else. It's not very effective. Africa is, of course, known for its amazing sunsets, incredible sunsets, and we have been lucky to enjoy them in many different countries in Africa, but this has been just an amazing place to see sunsets. And of course, you can't come to Africa without playing football. Here were a bunch of kids in the neighborhood that were just playing, and let's just hear them play.
Look at this kid in the box. Hi! He's in the middle of the pitch.
They'll make the ball out of anything. This one's made with plastic bags. And of course, these girls are playing some type of dodgeball, I believe. And they also are using plastic bags to make a ball.
Looks like it's like dodgeball, but not.
Yeah, exactly, dodgeball.
The main thing people get together for is football. Rain or shine, they will play football, and sometimes it is so dusty, like this time of year. It's now the end of September, and there will just be clouds of dust flying all over the place, but they don't care. And then during the rainy season, they will play in the middle of a rainstorm. If you live in Africa, you know that getting water is always an issue. Trying to find running water, finding a pump to use. Most villages have a community pump that people use. Sometimes people will roll a barrel down the street and come to our house or a neighbor's house and fill up a water barrel. We've put in some new boreholes, tried to make it better. We fixed some pumps so that people can find water a little bit better. When you do manage to get some water, you can, the ground is very fertile and you can have some really nice goods from your garden. Things will grow nicely. And here we are with some guavas from our guava tree, which then we need to process into some guava sauce so that we can use it along with yogurt or whatever, however we decide to eat it. People will sell along the road. They have all their lemons and oranges and tomatoes and whatever they're selling. And then people will they go to the market daily, and here this guy is walking home with his chicken. We have a milkman who comes to our door, and during the rainy season when the cows are eating green grasses, then we get some fresh milk and enjoy that a lot. People will come to our door selling goods, like these are on the back of this bicycle are some Tonga stools They love to come and sell us some baskets, and of course we buy a lot of those. If you live in Africa, then you definitely know about termites. On the first day of rain, during the rainy season, which would be sometime in November, most likely, the termites come out of the ground just like this, and there are just thousands and thousands of them flying around, and they just live for that one day. Their wings will fall off, and then they will fall to the ground and die. So this is the one day that you will see people outside, and you will see them going outside to catch the termites. They will even put a bucket under a light so that the termites, when their wings fall off, will drop into the bucket, and then it's a delicacy to eat them. So in sub-Saharan Africa, there is a rainy season, and during that time, the rains fall and the farmers grow their crops, and people enjoy the nice calmness of the rains. However, they think of a rainy day the way we would in the US, a snow day. So everybody is late for work on a rainy day because everything gets muddy, so they wait until the rain stops, and it doesn't always stop. Sometimes it keeps going, and in order for our dirt road to, when we join the tarmac road, there's what we call an underground bridge or upside down bridge. And sometimes we have to wait hours, 3, 4, 5 hours to be able to cross until the river goes down. We also have, of course, the dry season, and that means that the roads are hard as a rock or very sandy. But during that dry season, we have spring, which is right now. It's late September. And even with no rain, the flowers come out, the trees start blooming. Even without a drop of rain, somehow the sap starts warming up and flows up into the trees. We've become bird watchers since we've been here. One of the things in Africa that you can't help but enjoy are the birds. And here is one of the hornbills that was up in a tree near our house. And so prior to coming here, we did not know anything about birds, but now we pretty much can identify a good variety of birds and enjoy seeing them outside of our windows. They love to eat the grubs in the trees, and of course, if we're watering the garden, they come to get a drink as well. And we are starting to be able to identify their sounds as well as seeing them. Africans love a good party. They love to dance, they love to sing, and I was able to take part in what they call is a kitchen party, which is like a bridal shower. So on the left is one of our doctors and his bride-to-be. So we went to the town where we usually do our grocery shopping, which is about an hour and 15 minutes away, and we're able to participate in the kitchen party. More to come on that later. And then we had a big celebration for the nursing school that's in the area. They celebrated 50 years of the nursing school, and so this is some of the traditional celebration. The man with the cane walking with his guards is the local chief, and he was able to come and was honored to join the celebration with the nursing school. We are living in Zambia currently. You can't come to Zambia without seeing Victoria Falls, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. It is just absolutely incredible, and it's in the town of Livingstone, which is on the border of Zimbabwe. We have been there many, many times, as it's only about 3.5 hours from where we live, and so we've been there in the dry season. This is from the top of the falls, and then we've also been able to do the fun things, including rafting down the Zambezi River. I highly recommend it if you ever get a chance to do it. It is a blast. Definitely something to do and enjoy if you ever find yourself in Zambia. I highly recommend coming to Livingstone and enjoying that. Of course, there's bungee jumping and going to game parks in the area as well. This isn't for the faint of heart, and there is a very high likelihood that you will flip and fall into the water, but the guides are very good, and they have kayakers that go down alongside of you and they help you out. We've been trying to enjoy things in Africa since we've been living here for the past 5 years, and I'm happy to say that I got to fly in this little airplane. It took off from our little airstrip near where we live, and I got to travel from there, from where we live to the capital, and that was just a highlight in my life. I really, really enjoyed it and would do it a million times over again.
It's like it's going on a blister.
We had the opportunity to go to visit some friends in Malawi, and we got to hike up to the top of Mount Mulanje, which is the highest mountain in southern Africa. It was just a great, great, great experience. I highly recommend it. We also got to do a camping tour of Namibia. More on that to come. I will highlight that trip as well in a future video. We got to eat some oryx steaks. This is the oryx, which is very common in Namibia. And the views in Namibia are just absolutely stunning. The vistas, the dunes, the deserts, the animals. I will be showing you more of this in the future, but we just truly enjoyed that trip a year ago or two. It abuts to the Atlantic Ocean, and as you can see, the dunes go right up to the ocean, and we got to drive right along that little strip. If it's low tide, you can drive along there and then hike up the dunes. We had the opportunity to go to Morocco and enjoy that country, which has so many sights and sounds and smells and flavors, and we just had a great time touring that country. So that is Northern Africa, and I will have another video on that one to give you some details of the fun things that we got to do. We went out into the Sahara Desert and made our own little caravan of camels, and that was a blast. My husband and I spent some time in the Seychelles for an anniversary. We love to snorkel, and that will be another video to show you what the Seychelles are like. Absolutely wonderful country. We are just enjoying discovering all of these wonderful places in Africa that are to be seen. Our family got together in South Africa for a 2-week vacation, and we got to enjoy the penguins near Cape Town, along with many, 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 many different parts of South Africa. We did a hike up into the Drakensberg Mountains near Lesotho, and once again, I will do a video on that. The next one, you will have to guess where we are, what country, and I will see if I get any good guesses. That's all for now.